Good morning, Warriors.
It's Monday, November 12th. I'm Addie Grace.
And I'm Tyler.
During the month of November, stop by the Media Center in the mornings or at lunch to work on an art piece using only stickers. The person to guess what your image is wins.
Beta Club will be sponsoring an after-school cleanup tomorrow from 3:30 to 5. If you are a member, here is a chance for you to earn Beta points. Your ride cannot be late picking you up.
Tomorrow during war, FFA will be meeting in Miss Ambrose's room. There will be a special guest, so don't miss it.
Auditions for the West Oak High School Winter Guard and Indoor Percussion are coming up soon. If you'd like to be a part of award-winning groups, see Miss DeLuisio.
Winter Guard will have auditions in the WOHS Band Room on November 19th, 20th, 26th, and 27th. Indoor Percussion has different dates for the instrument you want to audition on.
Please stay tuned for the lunch and the weather.
Today's lunch will be
in line 1, bean and cheese enchiladas, chicken or beef nachos or burritos. Snack line, chicken Caesar wrap or turkey and cheese sub.
in line 2, General Tso chicken, chef salad, and buffalo chicken pizza. This line also offers cheese and pepperoni pizzas every day.
In line 3, barbecue riblet sandwiches, hamburgers, and chicken sandwiches.
As usual, don't forget to put your unopened, unwanted food on the share table.
For today's weather, it will be raining all day, never stopping, and the high will be 44 degrees.
Please stay tuned for a Veterans Day video, the Pledge of Allegiance, this week's birthdays, and closing remarks.
In the United States, November 11th is recognized as Veterans Day. What is Veterans Day? Why is it celebrated on November 11th? In the early morning hours of November 11th, 1918, the Allied powers, which included France, Great Britain, the United States, and many others, agreed with Germany to end the fighting during World War I. Later that day, an official armistice or ceasefire was signed. In fact, the armistice was signed in Paris at 11 a.m. on November 11th of 1918. The 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. This date was almost instantly recognized as being an important one. The following year, in 1919, many nations declared November 11th a national holiday. The day became known as Armistice Day and honored those who had died during the war. Many nations still honor Armistice Day, and the focus of the holiday is placed on soldiers who have lost their lives, similar to the American holiday of Memorial Day. There are several different traditions associated with Armistice Day. For example, some nations still observe a moment of silence, usually for 2 minutes, at 11 o'clock in the morning. The first minute is said to honor the millions who died during World War I. The second minute is for the living who were also affected by the war, including wives, parents, and children. There are also significant ceremonies which take place in South Africa and Australia, as both nations were profoundly impacted by World War I. In South Africa, they observe the moment in darkness as well as silence. In Australia, instead of 11 o'clock a.m., they observe their moment of silence at 9 o'clock p.m. This is because at 9 o'clock p.m. in Australia, it is 11 o'clock a.m. in Paris. In other nations, the nature and focus of the holiday changed after the conclusion of World War II. At that point, Great Britain began referring to the day as Remembrance Day. In America, the holiday became Veterans Day. However, in the United States, Veterans Day has grown to recognize all of those who have served their country, whether living or dead, and even honors those still serving. A World War II veteran, Raymond Weeks, was the first to propose the notion of recognizing all veterans on this day. He approached Dwight Eisenhower with the idea, and it was eventually presented as a bill before Congress. Veterans Day was recognized as an official holiday on May 26, 1954. Today, Raymond Weeks is remembered by some as the father of Veterans Day. At first, Veterans Day continued to be celebrated on November 11th. However, in 1971, it was briefly moved to the fourth Monday in October. It remained on that day until 1978, when it was returned to the November 11th date. Today, Veterans Day is recognized across the United States and is observed on the 11th of November each year. Americans all over the country join with many others around the world to honor those who have served in the military.
Please stand and join us for the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the moment of silence.
Thank you. You may be seated. Teachers, make sure to show the Veterans Day program video during war today. This is a state law. You must show it.
The FFA will be selling Christmas wreaths again this year. All FFA members need to stop by Miss Ambrose's room to pick up order forms. We will begin making and delivering wreaths after Thanksgiving break.
The November fact for the day is:
Dreamt is the only English word that ends in the letters MT.
Happy birthday this week to the following students: Chelsea Camden, Riley Gibson, Bryson Perry, Abby Cobb, Sierra Coffey, Jace Ogg, Chloe Eller, Braden Bramlett, Patrick Fink, Abram Rogers, Jada Silva, Haley Smith, Wyatt Jenkins, Hector Frosto Leon, Morena Fuller, Adriel Hilario, and Novia Stanley, and Miss Brookie and Miss Rollletter.
We want to give a shout out to some of our ladies that have played on the 12 and under Outsiders softball team. They won the Winter World Series yesterday. And congrats to their amazing coach, Miss Brookie. Their picture will be at the end of the news today.
As always, teachers, thanks for tuning in each day to hear about upcoming important information about all our events at West Oak Middle School.
Have a
marvelous Monday, Warriors!